So it is January something or other, January 16th or something. And today, what I found out through the contacts I had through asylum and immigration is that after after you submit your application and they get it, 90 days after they've received it, you can apply for a work permit here in the United States, which is pretty cool. So the problem being is that I do not have an address where they can send me back correspondence, because what they do is they send you back sort of a receipt, like a ticket. Yes, we have your application, yada yada, and you take that, and that basically is your proof that you've claimed asylum. But if you do not have a permanent address, which I don't, this is going to be hard to do. And this is one of the things that they do here to deter people. I don't know why they would want to deter people who are really committed to coming here and doing the right thing. I mean, and maybe it's not so much of as a deterrent as I was saying yesterday, that it could be, sort of a weeding out process. Who's serious? And I think that's what it is. And you can't blame them. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people that come around here and they have all these hopes and dreams and everything else, and or not so much that, but they come to test the waters. And if it's easy to get in, fine. But if they have to work or fight or whatever, they're not going to do it. And I think this is part of the weeding out process, where they actually just, like I said yesterday, it's like the strongest will survive and make it through, and the weak ones will just fall to the side. And maybe that's just the way it should be. It probably relieves a lot of stress on the people. I notice a lot of beautiful Spanish women around here. So many in Florida. Just absolutely beautiful women. Really, wow. We don't see a lot of Spanish people in Canada. We see a lot of Pakistani people, but not these beautiful Spanish women. And they're beautiful. These women are gorgeous. Anyway, I don't know why I went off on that, because one just walked by anyway. What I was saying was, so that's kind of a nice thing that you can do, that you can work after night, which is a great thing. Then you can start maybe moving along further. I find that the more you have the patience for what's going on, the more stamina you'll gain. And I mean, I know it's a no-brainer, but it's, what people are faced with here, I'm sure that it's, very deterring to them, where they just go, I can't do this. I can't see this through. If you're, especially if you have a home, and but it depends on where that home is. And it really does, and how you feel about what is going on around you and what's going to be going on with your family. It really does trigger something in you, like, hey, man. It's like President Trump said, what did he say today about Greenland? He said, you know what? He said, if we don't get in there and, do something, Russia will be banging on the door, China will be right in there, And he said, that's not happening. And I turned around and said, yeah, well, that's exactly where, if they don't go to Greenland, guess where they're going to go? That's right downstairs to Canada, and that door will be open with open arms. No, come on in. Oh, absolutely. I'm not here for the people of this country. I'm here for myself. And that's the problem with Canada and every one of its fucking leaders that have gone through. Just absolute assholes with nothing but themselves on their mind. It's like they become prime minister for them, not for the country. And this is the difference between President Trump and the losers who run Canada. They do it for them. President Trump does it for the people in the country he loves, because President Trump loves the United States. He loves the country. Do you get it? Understand? It's a labor of love for him. That's why he doesn't want any goddamn money. He loves straightening things out. He loves, Don kind of likes, being at the controls. That's his personality. And God bless him. Let him go. He's, wonderful, wonderful man. I would not. I would never want to be under any other leader. And I don't like leaders. I am a leader myself, and I don't really look to anybody and say, lead me. But him, you can see that, because he's genuine. He's a genuine leader, and I know one when I see one. He's OCD too, like me. And you can see that in him. And it takes one to recognize one, believe me. Not so much Howard Hughes-ish. I'm more like that. But he's more like regimented in how he does things, and I watch this in him. And little things he says is a big giveaway, but only someone like me would pick that out and go, oh yeah, checking all the boxes here. And I think it's a wonderful thing. People say it's a disorder. No, it's order. We want order. We want things right, and we want things fair. That is the one thing about us. We cannot stand people that are unfair. It's just one thing that just drives us crazy. Must be equal weights and measures, And as you get older in this and more into it, you fall into that more, where this is the golden rule. If you see something that isn't right, and especially if it's done to you, you're going to say something. And I've gotten in all kinds of arguments and fights with people over things that I thought were wrong. We'll just say things. And I know I rub people the wrong way, but too goddamn bad. Smarten the frig up, right? Don't be standing there smiling at me while you're sticking a knife on my back, or I'll punch you square in the mouth. I mean, you're not fucking around with an idiot here. Anyway, so that is my video for today. That's good news. 90 days in, and you can go get a job and work. What the hell's wrong with that? I guess the next thing would be, personally myself, I don't work for people. I always open businesses. That's my thing. And if I'm able to work, I could open a business and do very well here. You could work 12 months a year here. In Canada, 2 weeks. Basically, that's it. Actually, to be honest with you, it's like 2 months. You get 2 months of weather in the summer that you can work outside. And other than that, you got 10 months of shit. Absolute garbage. You sit in the house and there's not much to do. And I see a lot of people in Canada destroy themselves because of this. There's not enough to keep them busy, and idle hands, you know what happens there. Anyway, that's my video for today, and I don't want to keep going on, and I hope you all have a good day. Tune in tomorrow, and I'll have some more news. I have an inkling of what it is I'm going to talk to you about tomorrow. But thanks for tuning in if you did, and have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.